Hello, everybody. How are we doing? Hasta la vista, Barbie, Alien, Paul, Fugazi, Griff, Jim, MagicCC, welcome. George, welcome. How are we all doing today? So look at this. MicroStrategy. As they always do, I don't know why this always brings up so much like, oh my god, MicroStrategy's bought Bitcoin. Because they do it on the last working day of every month and they're buying Bitcoin every month. So, but somehow every time it's released, people sell. And it's just used as an event to generate liquidity. So anyway, that's just happened. And maybe that's accelerated this move down. But this is what we've been looking for, right? Okay, so we're approaching the green box of support that we so often want to see. Whatever that means. That we want to see, the green box. Like this is the support that we've been waiting for. Looking at this corrective move down, and I think let's see if we can get a bit of a move into the green zone here. George, you clearly have you not watched these streams before? I'm always on my little treadmill when I'm doing these live streams, so yeah. I have the treadmill out. The light, it's because I'm wearing a white t-shirt. The light makes me look awful today. I need to warm up this light. I look like a mess. Let's warm the color up. Let's go for, there we go. That's a bit better. Warmer. Oh, now I'm a little bit red. I'm a bit red now. There you go, a bit warmer. And also the light above me is on it. Whoa, slipped. Oh, now I'm like too red. I don't know what's going on here. There we go. It's because it's like such a dark day. Oh, no, it's not even a dark day. I don't know what's going on. Anyway. Right. We're back. How's everybody doing today? I've had a bit of a weird day so far. I watched, if anyone hasn't watched the Elon Musk interview that's doing the rounds, where he's like, basically, go fuck yourselves, Disney, advertisers, all of that kind of stuff. Give the whole interview a watch. It's like an hour and a half long. But oh my God, it is like, it's just, yeah, it gets you thinking. It gets you thinking a lot about everything that's going on in the world right now. He speaks a lot about AI. He talks a lot about just the way the world is in general. And it's just crazy because I don't know, it's just nice to have someone who's like one of us in a position of some kind of power in the world, like someone else who's clearly got like those ADHD, autistic, brains a fucking mess all the time. They're in having this permanent crisis, which is like what goes on in my head like all the time anyway. And it's just nice to have someone that like is like, fucking hell, this makes sense. And it's like a guy that he's not one of the suits. So it's really interesting. It's really interesting to watch. And I went down a bit of a rabbit hole. Like, I do kind of want to talk about that, about like AI and about the fact that I don't think people realize this. We're here trading charts every day, but we're like literally on the verge of the biggest change. Like the next 3 years are going to be like the biggest revolution shift in the way that the world is that I think we've ever seen. And it's kind of crazy where you look back at what happened like COVID, right? That's 3 years ago now, that COVID crash. And it doesn't feel like that was long ago. And accelerate that on to the next 3 years, and like the way the world is just going to be, I don't think anyone quite realizes what's coming. And the way that the way that we've evolved technology as humans, and the way that now technology is beginning to evolve itself, is just like, yeah, it's insane. And so I've been in this like little bit of my brain's just been going mad today. So I don't even think I can really talk about trading right now, because I'm just thinking about all this shit. How like, I don't know. You think back to like, human beings have evolved. It's taken millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of years to get like to the point where the brain has thoughts and all of this kind of stuff. And we've done that with technology, gone through those millions of years, taking technology from like a calculator that can add up numbers to technology that can start to think for itself. And if people don't think that that's like, that evolution is going to continue, all right, and to continue to accelerate, if you don't realize what's about to happen to the world, because technology is at the stage where it's almost as smart as a human, can't quite create on its own yet, but it's going to happen. Like, we're a few years away from it, and we're a few years away from that just snowball effect, which is really, really insane. Like, the computers right now are like dogs. They're like Luna. We're the humans. We tell the dog what to do. It has a bit of a personality, or it's starting to have a bit of a personality when you look at different AI models. But soon they're going to be like human, right? And we're making that, because it's all just energy at the end of the day. Like, what goes on in our brain is no different to what goes on a computer. It's just ones and zeros, electrical signals, comma separated files. Like, that's all, we're the same as a computer at the end of the day. And we can think, so a computer will be able to soon. Anyway. I'm just like, man, I'm in such like a weird. I've gone down the rabbit hole today. Link, it's all over Twitter. I posted it. Go onto my Twitter and look at the post, because everyone's going on about, everyone's taking the soundbite, right? And they've just gone, oh, Elon Musk said to advertisers, go fuck yourselves. But when you actually look at like what the real interview was about, and how he talks about AI, and how he talks about the fact that in a few years we're going to be flying to Mars, like, man, what a time to be alive. Like, literally, what a time to be alive right now. It's just crazy. Anyway, back to the markets. What's going on? Well, oh my God. What is going on? And this is what I mean. He's why are you saying link? Are you asking me to link the thing, or are you asking me to look at link? If you say link once more, I'm just gonna like, you can go fuck yourself too, right? Go fuck yourself. Hostile Power, you sound like you're in need of a tequila shot right now. Hostile Power, I need to make you a mod. Add as moderator. There we go. Moderator privileges for Mr. Hostile Power in the chat. Unlink. Can you check link? Link. Unlink. Link. What's going on? Link. Are we looking at link? I'm going to set an alert down here, weekly open, because we haven't actually dropped. This is like the same as what happened the other day, right? I had a level and we front ran it, and we never got there afterwards. So interesting. Even more interesting is the ape chart we were looking at yesterday that hit our buy zone and now looks to be potentially flipping that VWAP like we said. Anyway, link. Link's doing nothing. Why am I looking at Link? I'm done. There you go. That's Link. It's not moved. Yeah. It's a bull flag, man. Like everything else. Like literally everything else, the whole other market. Why am I looking at Link? Stop me looking at Link. It's not doing anything. And I told you where to go to my Twitter, and I've reposted the link to the interview. So go to my Twitter. It's like the last tweet I posted, apart from this one. It's the one from Andrew Sorokin. It's the Elon Musk interview. Okay? Perhaps he's referring to Zelda. Maybe. Maybe. We'll make sure we've covered all bases, right? So if you are referring to Zelda and you want Link, all right, are you happy now? Okay? Happy? We've covered all bases. Is there anything else that we need to cover here? Or the link Schiller's gonna shut up now? Are we done? There's nothing really to talk about anyway, to discuss, so. Cool. Alright, we're done. So, Bitcoin. On the video update I did this morning, okay, we were looking for the corrective move to make yet another higher low before potentially moving higher. Because we're still in this uptrend, okay? Despite there being a possibility that this could be a top, we're still in an uptrend. And this here is like kind of our next support. So if we're going to see that continued acceleration, that continued momentum, that continued movement to the upside, higher prices, then this is kind of the area that we need to hold. This is where we've got confluence. Okay, you're coming back in to test the point in which we broke out the weekly open, which is where we started to impulse out from previously. You've got other stuff going on there. Okay, and that becomes just a very simple corrective move before looking for higher prices afterwards. So the idea with that is that we just continue with this momentum that we have seen. So we can come back down, continue this momentum, and see if we can push higher. And yeah, that's kind of the idea. I'm still, until proven otherwise, we've still got to expect higher prices on this. And what we saw yesterday through a lot of the market, it happened on the NASDAQ, it happened on the ES, we had a corrective day. But again, like with this as well, still making a higher high, still making a higher low for now. With the ES, still making a higher high, still making a higher low for now. With the DXY, still making a lower low, still making a lower high. So dollar continues to pull back or to move down. NASDAQ continues to move up, ES continues to move up, Bitcoin continues to move up, gold continues to move up, everything else continues to move up. However, the fact is that where we are is the dollar coming into the 618, so it's natural that we're going to find ourselves bouncing, or natural that you're going to find the dollar getting a bit of a bounce there. And the NASDAQ took previous week high. So once again, kind of natural that we see a pullback. Last time NASDAQ took a high, it pulled back almost like the entire way back down to the lows before it took the high. Today we're seeing a similar situation. We've bounced off of that previous week EQ. We've bounced off of the weekly open. And we're seeing price just holding within a range here. So it's like we're left with these two options. Either you're, and I keep repeating this, either you're trying to hit the home run on the short, and in which case you might be right. And if you are right, we're going to be seeing probably the dollar moving back up over the next month. A pretty big pullback from the NASDAQ down to around about that 14,800, I would expect. and a move down on Bitcoin that could take us down into the lower 30Ks. So, but there's still nothing to suggest that that's actually like realistically going to happen though. So yeah, we just have to, I guess, continue to trade with the trend. And for myself, what I would rather do is long the support on every single dip that we have. Okay, every single dip that we've had has been bought up and has led to a higher high for the past 6 weeks. Every single dip. So if you're buying every single dip, which I know sounds degenerate, and every time I say it, I'm like, this is ridiculous. This is so degen, because we're just up only. And yeah, you can short against it. You can take these, like I'm short Bitcoin right now. Yeah, I am short on Bitcoin, but I'm talking about like the higher time frames, and I'm talking about the majority of traders who try and take swing trades all the time. I'm buying every dip, and if you do continue to do that, the moment that you're wrong and you're stopped, and being stopped out is part of trading, it's absolutely fine. That tells you to switch your mindset. And then if I get stopped out of this, if I buy this dip, which I will, okay, I will buy that dip. If we do come into that, if I get stopped out, that tells me that's the very first time in 6 weeks that I've had, like, okay, I've taken little longs on alts that have been stopped, but on Bitcoin, nothing. Not a single long trade since we had that breakout. Where you're looking at like the higher time frame ones. Does this make sense? I'm hoping this makes sense. I've been stopped out of long trades, but they've been like the shorter time frames. That's trading the chop, which we do as well. That's fine. But I'm talking about the general movement of price just moving higher and higher. Not one of those yet has been stopped out. So when it does, then I know to change my mindset and to start to look for the reversal in the other direction. Okay? So that's where I'm coming at from all of these streams, and that's where I'll continue that's what I'll continue to say until I'm wrong in that situation, because it's going to happen. There will be a moment where the trend will reverse, but it hasn't happened yet. So, right? Zol KYSME saying at Fugazi trading 100%. You might need to realize that everything Fugazi says is a Fugazi or is a Fugazi. So don't take him too seriously, right? Even though he's got the mod wrench. Anyway, what else have we got going on here? Yeah, come on, let's get the likes up. We're at 83 viewers, 16 likes. I am going to walk backwards until we hit 40 likes. This is really, 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 really difficult. And Luna's getting excited. That's much more difficult than I thought. We've hit 30 likes. Okay, we're almost there. Right, let me try again. Okay, I've got some rhythm now. Luna, you joining in? Luna got excited. Whoa. 34 likes. Luna's gonna get the other likes. Okay? You clicked it twice, just to be sure. 35 likes. Hey, Luna. Going into the camera. What do you see? Is Bitcoin going to pump? Is Bitcoin going to dump? What do you say? What do you see? What do you see? Nothing? Okay, I need to get off the treadmill and not drop the dog. Whee! Back we go. cute Cyclops. She's just got one blue eye. She just got one blue eye, so it makes her look like she's like missing an eye, but she has one blue eye, one brown eye. She's a very, very unique little doggy. Maz, so with AI getting smarter and stuff, how long do you think we'll be able to trade? Or how do you see this industry going forward? That is like, I mean, yeah, we're going to have to deal with that at some point. Because right now, Wilfredo Velez, thank you for subscribing. Thank you very, very much. Did you subscribe because of the dog? Or because of me walking backwards? Or because of TA? Probably not because of TA today, because I've not really done much. I need to speed the treadmill back up again. Yeah, we're going to have to deal with the whole computers becoming creative situation when that happens, right? So I guess what Griff is saying, trading algos, and steroids. What does that mean? Does that mean we need to have steroids to make our brains smarter? Brain steroids? Does such thing exist? If it does, I really want it because I need them. Because I'm really dumb. Let's go and have a look. How long do we have? It's 26 minutes past. We've got a few minutes to go until the open here. To be honest, 90% of the market is already AI driven the last 10 years. You've got to understand the difference between AI as what we know. AI is what is AI right now is not AI. Okay. It's not intelligent. It's still controlled and programmed by humans. So yes, we've got algos, yes, we've got bots, but it's not AI. What the world has, ChatGPT, everything that's coming out, that is not AI. It's not. AI is something like they say it is, but it's going to be something very different. Anyway. We keep. It's my fault. It's entirely my fault. ES. Okay, we've got a few more minutes to go until the open. Let's have a look at the charts. Market sessions. Here's your London session. We're going to be at the golden pocket right now. Perfecto. If we add on our session VWAP, we're around the session VWAP right now. Perfecto. We had a move up that took out local highs earlier on, swept those, drop into the 618, for now holding a support. A pretty range-bound day to start the day. So if I'm looking at where I'd like to take trades, right now you're fiddling in the middle. Okay, you don't like to fiddle in the middle with your piddle because you're going to get stopped out, or you're going to prematurely do something with your trades. And who just deleted Hasta la vista Fugazi? What did he say? I don't even view deleted message. What did he say? BTC rollover, done pepperoni and cheese. Why did you delete those, Fugazi? That's okay. Do you just not like Hasta la vista Barbie? Is it personal? Fugazi's got personal in the chat, deleting people's comments. We got some drama in the chat. Do I give Hasta La Vista Barbie a mod wrench as well, and then you'll start deleting each other's stuff? How do we know I'm not AI? How do I know I'm not AI? I don't know. Maybe I'm a computer. Maybe AI exists. Maybe we're all AI. The only difference between AI and humans is AI is like a silicon-based life form and a human is a carbon-based life form. And who created carbon-based life forms? That brings us into the whole question of God. Oh. Oh. Then we're getting deep. I told you I was in a weird mood today. I did warn you. Anyway. NASDAQ coming down right now to take the lows from yesterday. And this is the open. We have opened, the market is open. So we have our previous New York low, which has just been swept. It's the end of the month. I don't have a particular desire to take a trade. I'm going to watch what happens. I'm going to observe what happens. If I see a particular opportunity, then I may or may not open up Quantower and take a trade. But I don't have a huge amount of desire to take a trade. But you guys are always welcome to take a trade. I am not forcing you to do anything on this stream. I'm going to look at what I see. If you guys see something that looks good, I mean, we've just swept the previous New York lows, so that in itself could have been a really nice scalp long. If you come and fill this little gap that we've got here, that in itself could be a nice little short. So if we come up here and we just close this gap and we start to put an initial balance in around here. Why does it look like New York is like written twice? Can you see that? It's really... Is that like that on all the other ones? Oh my god. I've moved it into the pane below. Go, no, what have I done? Help. Help. Market sessions. No. That one. Move to existing pane above. There we go. Whew. It does look like New York is written twice. New York, yeah. New York. Anyway, J.O. I'm so confused with market open hours right now. I thought New York is open since an hour ago. No. New York has just opened. Unless I am being ridiculously stupid. No, New York has just opened. It's 2:30. The clocks went back like a month ago. Alright? It's been this way for over a month now. Pikachu, my question above, sir. Where is a question from Pikachu? Please repeat. I do not see one. I do not see any question from you. Pikachu. Hostile Power says 5 more likes and Luke will share a great alt pick for the week. What, are you going to go back into that dark shield again? Shall we? Dark Shield. Dark Shield Games. The next 1000x crypto game. This is very boring on Bitcoin. Is hi Luke, my thoughts on new crypto firm thingy by Crypto Credit Co. Right, this is interesting. Is this an interesting thing? Because I mean, prop firms are That's the way a lot of the industry is right now. One thing about prop firms, fundamentally, ethically awful to begin with. Okay, so there's big ethical issues with prop firms in general. However, as a trader, our job is to daily open here on ES, by the way. So we've just tapped into daily open, if I've got that correct. All right. So a nice bit of a move down. I think we could see a bit of a move up later. The fact that we're getting this first move down is relatively bullish. I just don't like to take anything when we've not taken liquidity. I would prefer to see previous lows taken. I know New York hasn't even done that. So actually ES is dropping a bit more than New York, NASDAQ. ES is dropping a bit more than NASDAQ here. Because we still got, no, we have taken the lows. Oh my God, I'm so lost. I just spoke about this. NASDAQ's taken the lows, ES hasn't. That's what I'm trying to say. But we have hit daily open here on the ES. Prop firms. Yeah, this breakout prop firm. Let me just read the chat. I'd be interested to see a Taurus poll re how they have advanced with prop firms, i.e. not engaged, still in evaluation, quasi-funded, live funded, conflict of interest of most prop firms. Yeah, so the facts of them are, while we just wait for potentially ES to come down and sweep some lows as well. If it hasn't swept London lows, there's not much point. We'll continue to watch it. The facts of prop firms are they are a money grab by whoever creates them. So the people who have created this prop firm fundamentally are in it for the money. Okay, you wouldn't create a prop firm if you weren't in it for the money. Just, you wouldn't. The vast majority of traders that go and trade on the prop firm are going to get wrecked multiple times. And it's a very, very expensive prop firm in comparison to the competition. I think 100K of funding with Breakout, which is the new one, is about $700, if I believe. 100K on funding on the competition is like $99. So they're extremely expensive, and there will be people that will go, they'll buy it, they'll fail, they'll buy again, 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 they fail, and they will continue to do that. And this is just the very nature of it. They are a very, very unethical business model. But we're traders, so we don't care about that. If there is an opportunity for us to extract money from that business, okay? Yeah, because that's what our job is to take money from that business. Because if they can provide us with funding and we can be profitable as traders, then we take money from that business. And we take money from the people who are losing money. And that's just what trading is. That's whether you're trading with your own money, whether you're trading with a prop firm, whether you're trading with anything else. So there's questions to be had. First of all, I will not buy an account with them because they're expensive. So I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to buy an account. But if they offer me one to try, and I get one, then I'll probably take it and I'll try it. And because they're guys that I know, are pretty decent people within the space, pretty reputable people within the space, then if they can give a deal that helps this community, like let's say if we're in a position where we're able to offer people like a discount so it's not so expensive in comparison to the competition, here goes London lows, then maybe that's something that could be considered. Because I believe that we're a community where we have quite a lot of profitable traders here. We're not We're not marketing. We're not trying to get the people who are the complete degenerates. As much as these streams are a little bit like that, we're not like aiming for the noobs, and we're not trying to sell we're not trying to sell hopium that trading's an easy business and you're going to make a load of money from the markets. That's just not the reality of it. So yeah, I think it's nice. I think it's good that crypto is moving into that space because it's inevitable. And I quite like, I don't really know Maine, I don't really know Abe Trade, but I know Cred, and I know he's a good person. So yeah. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. They're going to get some backlash. One thing I really didn't like, and I'm like very, 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 very honest, like maybe too honest when I do these live streams, and sometimes I don't quite think about what I'm saying. One thing I really didn't like, the very first post that came from their new account had over 100 bot-bought comments on that post. And that to me tells you that if you're running a fundamentally unethical business model, which is what it is, then I think you as a company have to show ethics and have to be trustworthy within that. And when they launched, that was not a good start. Go to the post that they posted yesterday. Every single comment, apart from a few other people, is a bot that they have bought, that they have backlinked to that company, and that's where all of their followers are coming from. I don't like that, and I will call that out. So, and I have called it out. So yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I think that's really bad, and I think they need to fire the guy who's done the marketing for that, because they've got a big enough organic reach as it is, and they don't need to do that shit. Like, we've been going for 3 years. Never once have I bought a single follower, a single comment, a single subscriber, ever. Because I realize that we're in a slightly unethical space as it is. Like, we're taking money from each other. That's just how trading is. And if then you're starting to market to people who are stupid, who don't understand, that's a problem for me. So that's the biggest problem I've got with them so far. And they need to fire their marketing department for doing that. Anyway, moving swiftly on. Are we going to get a reaction here from previous day low on the ES? This is where I would be tempted to take a long. So I am actually going to open up Quanta, because if we can hold here, I will be tempted to take a long. Kevin, I feel it's, yeah, I feel like if you get profitable with prop firm, at some point they're going to ban you like a casino. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That is precisely what will happen. If you start taking too much money from a business and you become expensive for them, they'll find a way to stop you, because it's their rules. They are the casino. And that's the same with every prop firm. Despite the fact I trade using them, I think they're a nice barrier to entry for people when they're cheap. The likes of Apex, the likes of Top Step, they're cheap. Okay, throw in $99 into an evaluation, a one-step evaluation on Top Step. Throw $100 into it, and you have the potential for $100,000 of funding that you can then extract money from for $100. And you can fail that a few times, and they'll do offers. There was the Labor Day offer that they did, where you could get 50K for $20. So potentially your reward, your risk to reward on something like that is like extremely high. You're putting in $20, you have the potential of 50K capital. Whereas with this new one, I can look at the prices. How much is it? It's really expensive. It's really expensive. And I think so 100K capital, $725 is your risk. $725 is the risk for a potential $100,000 reward. So they're betting, yeah, they're betting on essentially more than 99% of people failing and not achieving payouts from that as a company. So I don't know. Anyway, my quant tower is now open. Is it? No, it's not yet. I really wanted to buy this, and I'm dilly-daddling. Dilly-daddling. I don't know what I'm saying. If Quant Tower drags after New York Open for you, make sure you are connected to the Chicago server. If you're connected to the EU servers, you are going to experience issues. The Chicago server generally is okay. Okay, we are connected. So yeah, opportunity to go long. How's the order flow looking? Still a lot of selling here. There's no buyers haven't really stepped in as such. The books are still pretty thin. Let me bring this up so in case we do want to take a trade, you guys will be able to see what I am looking at over here. So, this is... Alright, let me just... I'm going to get rid of that. If I do take a trade, I will let you know. I mean, actually... Maybe. I'm overthinking it. I've missed... Not really any kind of reaction here. NASDAQ's still dropping as well. NASDAQ's the one that's a bit more interesting. That's a bit better. That little sell-off there. Recover some of that and start to backfill a little bit. Or maybe we just end up pushing down a bit further into this. Okay. I'm going to come back to this. I normally start with NASDAQ. I do think this bounce has a bit in it. We can just pop down here a little bit. Let's go for that. Let's try it. So looking at the NASDAQ, the bounce that it's had there, I don't think it's going to work out, but I'm going to try it. We're on a live stream. We want to enter a trade somewhere, at least. Just kind of like this. Marketing, so I got in a bad spread, but I'm not really even thinking about what I'm doing right now. Where are we? Where are we in the context of things? I can't see TradingView anymore. Okay. Why did I enter that? We'll hold on to it. We'll see how it goes. It's one of our fun trades where we've hit a level, we've swept it a couple of times, we've been relatively patient with this. We had a decent amount of volume as we came down into that low, and we're starting to see the bid start to fill out here. And we're seeing a similar situation on the NASDAQ where we got some buyers stepping in. So within this general area, a bounce back up towards the open, which is where we were looking at, would be pretty decent. If we can bounce back into the VWAP, that again would be nice. Got to get through this. Where we're failing at is we've got the order book's still so within the order book you're looking at about 1,000 contracts on the bid and about 1,400 on the offer. So the order book's still heavily short, which normally happens. Okay, that will start once you start to clear it and it evens out and you see this chasing. Okay, you see the color start to come back in on the bid side. Then often that's a pretty good sign that we're through a lot of this. So now we're even. Okay, so you've cleared the excess. That for me actually would probably be enough to take profit. But you're still seeing chasing. Once you've cleared this and the order book's evened out, and now it's more heavy on the bid side, you're probably then looking to rebalance again. But I do want to see it come up here. Are we still on the same? Yeah, we are still on the same page. I'll get out of it. To me, that's okay, just taking this high here. Okay, just because that was a not particularly well thought out trade in the first place. Just the fact that we've taken that high and we're close to there. I don't really want to continue to watch this. But look, you still got the bid chasing. Now the selling's starting to come in, so now you're probably going to expect to pull back and start to fill in some of this around here, yeah? So let's see if this can hold. But I'm literally just looking at one screen right now. I don't have the tape open. I can't see the tape. I'm doing this purely off of the DOM. So I'm half blind. But anyway, that was $250 profit. 237.5, sorry, $237.50 profit. Which for a live stream is okay. NASDAQ's getting a nice move now. So NASDAQ's seeing some buying. We did come and backfill some of that. And now we're seeing price back at the open and back into the VWAP. So yeah, cool. Okay, we made some money. Could have done better. But not a bad start there. So let's go back. And there we go. Back to the daily open. Right. I made a trade. I paid myself for doing this stream, so no one needs to super chat me any tips today because I've just made myself some money. If I lost, then I'd make sure you all got to pay me back because it's your fault. I'll blame you. But if I win, it's just because I'm amazing. So yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the support. What do we have going on in here? How many people have we got? We're still only at 54 likes. What's going on? I could have made so much better. I could have made so much more. We have 50 likes. You should share your alt pick for the week. Oh my god. Hostile power. Okay. I have one. I have one in my brain. It goes with the theme and I haven't shared this before. It goes with the theme. I bought some recently. It's not we promised hostile power, it's you promised. All right, I never said anything about my best pick of the whatever-ness thing. I never said nothing, but I will share something with you that I quite like, that I have bought some, and it goes with the whole AI thing that we've been talking about, and that is AIX. Okay, it's up a lot. I understand it's up a lot. I do understand it's up a lot. And I wouldn't normally do this, but I do kind of like just how it's staying stable here. It's still got a very low market cap. I need to research this a bit more. I did ape into this without thinking about it too much. I was like, oh, AI, this is cool and shiny and new. And I've been looking at it for a while. There's an element of FOMO here, I will admit. But AIX, Agent X, markets. This is what I like about it. They're not on centralized exchanges yet. Okay. But this is the website. If I share the website, this. And it's like it's just an AI chatbot thing, really. But it's kind of cool, right? It's kind of cool. It's like, looks like a nice token. And it's not hit a centralized exchange yet. So I did buy some of this at like 12 cents or something, or 0.12 WETH wrapped ETH, and it's fairly new to the market. The tokenomics look okay. The fully diluted valuation for this at the moment, and the total supply is already fully diluted market cap is 13.4 million. Which is very low. So if this hits an exchange, you can expect that to quickly rise to 100 million. There's not many assets that are traded on exchanges that are going to be less than 100 million in fully diluted market cap, because you got to have enough liquidity there. It's got very low trading volume, 24-hour trading volume. So it's one of those like low cap, maybe not. So yeah, there we go. That's one. I put it on my watch list. I have bought some. I don't know. No, it's absolutely no financial advice. I saw someone shilling it on Twitter. I looked at it and I thought, yeah, cool, looks okay. And I do like just when things are flagging like this. It does look like it could have another leg higher, but what do I know? So yeah, AIX. That's, I guess. Is there anything else? I guess this is like the Kazuna, because I missed out on this one when it was here, and I missed some like really, really fantastic opportunities to make a lot of money on this. So I'm trying something speculative again. Tia's doing all right today, isn't it? Big time. Root. Someone asked about meme, right? Did someone say is meme dead? Greg, how do you cancel your lifetime membership? You do that by dying. I don't mean that really, Greg. I don't want you to die. You're my favorite troll. Whoever asked about meme, it's holding the POC here. I don't see that as being a particular issue. It just hasn't really moved yet, and it's a meme coin, right? I've got some of this because it's like they're a really big thing in is it China? I think it might be in China. They're actually like it's kind of a serious thing. They do like they've got millions and millions of followers. They've released this token. They've got a massive podcast. Yeah, it's quite a big deal. And the chart hasn't really done very much. So I'm betting on the Chinese to pump this for me at some point. So yeah, I think it's okay. I think it looks fine here. Holding that POC. To me, when you're doing these kind of things, it's like they're like all or nothing trades. But if you're looking at this from a trade, then you're essentially looking at, okay, you've had a change in market structure here. You're holding back towards the point of control, and you're looking for a move higher, and you'd want to set a stop here now that we've got now that we've swept these lows, change market structure coming back into support. So actually, technically, it kind of lines up, right? You're in the right area of support, and you can be looking for a move higher. So it's okay. It's okay. Bitcoin's still doing nothing. ES is said, didn't I? VWAP would hold it. NASDAQ. What do you think about DKNG? Is that like Donkey Kong token? DKNG. What is DKNG? DraftKings. Ah. It's a boomer stock. Stonky stonk. DraftKings, that's that online casino, right? But like a old school one. So that's a high. So weekly, is that like a weekly gap? You're just in the middle of all the November carnage, aren't you? I'd say higher. 50% retrace of your high to your low. Then you're coming back into this support and you're filling this. You do have you've taken that, it's not an OB, but it's like above there you've got this gap and you're in there. It's a little bit like middle of nowhere. What was that NQ? Is NQ, why have I had an alert? Have we taken a low again? Yeah, Rollbit's the new DraftKings and crypto. I'd look higher. I'd look higher for DraftKings. I'd look up towards 42 and above. Just from higher time frame analysis on this. I'm going to go back to the NQ. I've had an alert. Had an alert go off. Okay, cool. So we've taken the lows from the day before yesterday now. Yeah. So we've taken out this low as well. So that's where I had my alert. That's where I had an alert on yesterday. Good job I got out of that long. Right? Ooh. But could I go for another one here? NASDAQ making another low. ES not. You'd expect that to follow. Let's see what's going on here again. Ping. Oh ho 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 ho. Oh ho ho ho. You could go for another long here. I'm not gonna do it. No, you can't. Oh no. No, that was a little that's the problem with the order book. And when you don't see the tape. No. Okay, we'll get rid of that. There's no trade here right now. No, thank you. Not getting involved in this. Not right now. Let's minimize and go back. I mean, it's kind of there, but that very moment, I would not have felt confident in taking a trade. I place an alert down here if we take out this low. VWAP, man. VWAP too strong. Why did I not short this? Ah. Did anyone short VWAP? Come on, we're trending down. And there's your open. You had it. We had it. Damn it. Fugazi, cake. Someone, you must have shorted that. In a short, thank you. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad some people are in a short. It's so clear. When you, yeah, it's so clear. I think just the fact that I'd taken a little scalp long after the sweep and taken profit on it, I didn't want to short it, but that's the thing, you got to get in the rhythm. I think that first trade, like if you're taking a long as your first trade of the day, it's a little bit tricky because it's hard to flip like back and forth all the time. You just go, okay, long's my first trade, that's kind of the bias that I'm working with right now, and you want to see a bounce. Whereas if you allow that long to play out and then you have a short, which is actually easier, an easier trade to take, then you can get into that. This is what I mean. If you're trading with the trend, you've got the higher time frames as showing us higher prices. Lower time frames are down right now. So yeah, NASDAQ, interesting. So we're trying to get back above here. Bitcoin's still doing nothing. Nothing. How's our Sui trade from yesterday going on? Sui! I charted it rather stupidly on spot. Woo. So it's not the perpetual one that I charted it on. Oh no, it is the perpetual. It's cool. Yeah, we had a decent bounce off of that. Took the high. So got to that take profit one. Sweet. KG Trippier. Kieran Trippier, welcome to the chat. You're a very good footballer. That'll go way over your head if you don't know football. But I just see K Trippier. And it's not even Trippier. I've read that wrong. It's Tripper. KG Tripper, welcome. Fuck's sake. What do you think about ICT traders? They say technical analysis doesn't work. Yeah, ICT traders, right? If they say technical analysis doesn't work, do they realize they're doing technical analysis? They're doing technical analysis. So I don't know why you can say that technical analysis doesn't work when they're literally doing technical analysis. It's just basic. All ICT is, from what I've seen of it, it's the old school market profile methods of the 70s taken out of TPO and put into candlesticks and put into a lower time frame. Same methods apply. It's gaps. It's single prints. Single prints came first. And then they're like, oh, we can call this a fair value gap. Okay, it's an imbalance. It's the same stuff. It's the same stuff rebranded, put into another thing. It's technical analysis. If you're like, I understand the concepts, and actually what I like about it is it does make it easy to understand, because yes, they work. And it's probably a little bit easier to understand than if I say, this is a single print, this is this is that, this is all of this kind of stuff. Yeah, there's things. But you have the whole, everything's rebranded in a way to make it seem like there's like an algorithm or there's some bullshit there. Trust me, if there was an algorithm working, they'd just switch the algorithm up because it's become so popular, and they just make it something else. There's not a fucking... Of course there are algos, there are bots working with everything. But nothing is predetermined in the market. Nothing is predetermined in the market. There is an inevitability about certain stuff, but it is created by participants. And our job as participants is to understand that, okay, yeah, there are bots. Bots clearly work, but they'll be working to technical analysis as well. It's not like, it's not some great mystery. It's not like, yeah, I don't know, it's silly. The whole thing with their like kill zones. Okay, so kill zones with ICT. It's just when news is released. Yeah, and it's when news is released, and it's when New York goes on lunch, which doesn't happen anymore, but there's still a change because at certain times of the day, traders they'll switch off their bots, they'll switch off, yes, algos, they do exist, but they're not existing to the extent that they say. And the market will calm down, and then you often see a reversal. It's just, it's stuff that they've traded for like since the 70s. Yeah. Yeah, you've seen, seen some of the ICT traders rename initial balance to some idiotic names, and everyone thinks it's some new thing. Yeah, I've seen that. This is that whole like, so there's the ICT, and then there's this like DR7 or yeah, IDR, that's the one. IDR. It's a fucking initial balance, man. It's been there since the 1970s. Pisses me off. It's not new. It's not revolutionary. It's rehashing the same shit and putting a new shiny little thing onto it. Okay? It's like Santa Claus. It's like what Coca-Cola did with Santa Claus. They wrapped him up in a fucking red suit, made him all fat and jolly, and then everyone eats it up. Santa Claus was nothing. He was a green guy before. Coca-Cola take it on, and they're like, yeah, this is Santa Claus. And everyone's like, oh my God, yeah. No. It's not. It's just Santa Claus. I don't even know where that analogy came from. But yeah, what they've done, is they dressed up an old concept and put him in a nice, jolly red suit. Oh my God. It's not ICT's fault, it's just the follower's fault who never opened a T-bit anyway. I mean, it's definitely ICT's fault because he's the one that's created the cult for himself. So he's the one that's telling people there's an algo. Yeah? But it doesn't matter. Either way, it doesn't matter because it doesn't matter what you call something. Like, whether you call this... would ICT call that something? I don't even know. I don't know, but this is like, is it a swing failure pattern? Is it a failed auction? Is it a draw on liquidity? Yeah, it's all of those things. It's every single one of those things. Is it a spring? Wyckoff, yes. Is it a spring? It can be a spring. It can be a swing failure pattern. It can be a failed auction. It can be a draw on liquidity. It can be a spring. It's every single one of those and also none of them. Because it's just the market moving. So whichever way helps you, whichever way helps you to understand it is the best way. For sure. All my days were back at the VWAP again. Short? Short, maybe. Because I mean, if you got fooled that the Earth is flat, is the flat Earthers community fault? Yeah. Because how else would you have got that information? Unless there was a flat Earth community, how else would you have got? I don't know. Maybe yes and no. Yeah, maybe. I mean, if you think the Earth's flat, you're a fucking stupid silly sausage anyway. Because all coins had pumps, not Dot. Now Dot is pumping. What is going on with Dot? Dot, I'm big bullish on, yeah? Dot, I'm big... Dot, I am bullish on. I haven't looked at the chart for a while. Like, Dot's going nowhere. It's a similar situation. What did I look at yesterday? Shiba Inu. I don't know if now is the right time for Dot. Ooh, subscriber. Archie Matter. Thank you very, very much for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know if now is the right time for Dot. Whether it's going to go in this... volume's nice. Volume's nice. Maybe it is go time. Maybe this is go time on Dot. Oh my god, I'm very tempted by this. So that's all you've got to break. I mean, you're already. Oh my god, I can't talk today. You're already basically working through that downtrending resistance, and this is just the supply that you've got above, yeah? So once you've done that, you're kind of off, and it becomes a new price discovery then, because you've got highs that you can start to take, and it just depends how many of those it can get to. And now what I like from the lower time frames is it's a very, very similar situation. Let's go to the 1 hour. Let's just turn this into the range that it's in. You've had that point of control here for a while. You've got your value area low. So just do this as a fixed range from around about here. Don't need to be too exact. Right now looks difficult because you're coming up into, like, again, you've got like this internal resistance here. If you can get a pullback to around about that $5.25, is it really worth like worrying about pennies when you're potentially going to be seeing a bigger breakout? That's kind of up to you. But I do like what I see on Dot. Mr. B, thank you for subscribing. We're getting some subscribers today. Just very, very simple analysis. It kind of looks like it could be go time. Like look at the support that's holding. It's just there and 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 there again. If you're a Dot holder, I'd be feeling quite excited right now. Just based off of what I'm seeing and the way that the market is. The only thing that can stop this is a Bitcoin dump, and if a Bitcoin dump happens, you can't legislate for that. The whole market's going to crash. But Dot I like. Let's look at Dot BTC. Yeah. Dot BTC as well. Like, is this... You've got this downtrend, you're flipping it, you're coming back in. back into that golden pocket area, holding about the midway point, having had just been down and down against Bitcoin for quite some time. You've got another little trend. It's very, very simple stuff, but look, it could be about to happen. It could be about to happen for DOT. We'll see what happens with it. The more I look at this, the more I like it. .eth, I would imagine, is looking pretty good. Kind of, it's not. It's interesting. Yeah, if I was holding DOT, I'd be. I mean, I am holding DOT, but if I hypothetically, if I am one of the collective DOT holders, I'd be feeling quite good about the way that it's looking right now. I just don't. Yeah. We've seen what the Solana ecosystem's done. So, yeah, pretty good. What's going on with my phone? When you add the 702 Fibo level, when I study, there wasn't this level, I guess. Yes, so the 702 is exactly halfway between the 618 and the 786. And I've just found it's not like a traditional Fibonacci level, but it looks nice aesthetically, right? Looks pretty cool. It's just nice and even. Gives you a nice zone between the 618 and the 786. And I often find that you just end up overshooting the 618, but not getting to the 786. So it's just a nice level in the middle. That gives you that midpoint. It gives you the EQ, the mid of that range between the 618 and the 786, which are areas that you like to get into, that you would typically like to get into trades with. So yeah, that's why I use the 702. Not many people use it. It's kind of maybe this is like my fair value gap. I don't really think there's anyone else that really uses the 702. It's just me. I just like it. It looks nice. It's the algo, man. Everything goes to the 702. Promise you. Can you please check Gala? As you subscribed, as you're a new subscriber, then yes, of course. Thank you very much. If you are a new subscriber here, please do say hello in the chat. It's great to have new people in the chat. So Gala is one of those. So if I'm just looking at the chart here, what I see is underperformance relative to Bitcoin recently. If there's a Gala BTC chart, it just doesn't seem to have much momentum behind it. But if we look, okay, let's go to the technicals because we can't go with like what we're looking at so much. Here, okay, on the positives, you are in an uptrend still. Okay, it has been for a while, trending higher. Most recently, you've made a higher high, and you've got a 4-hour OB. I love the 4-hour. You've come back in 4-hour OB. You've had a nice correction from that point here. So once again, you're looking at like boom, boom, back around your 0.5. Little corrective move, a couple of drives down into some support. Go into the lower time frames once again here. This is very, very like elementary preschool level TA I'm doing on these. But again, you've got a nice like, it's rounding off here at a level of support. What I don't like about it, okay, is that your momentum doesn't really seem to be behind it However, everything that is, it's all of these little gaps that have been made to the downside. You can see here you've had a move higher, you've come and you've swept lows, you've got another move up, you've taken care of these little impulses that have come up here. You've done a similar thing here to what you're seeing here, and then it's got that continuation higher. So yeah, you've got this little correction here. Again, it looks, this is the whole market. It's very much like Bitcoin driven, and then until Bitcoin rolls over, and if Bitcoin rolls over, this fails and it drops down here. But if it doesn't, you would expect levels like this to act as support. So what else can you draw from this? Like, what I've seen, or just like naked eye, is a bit of maybe a wedge. I'm using patterns, I do apologize. And it's like, that doesn't look too good for me, but it's scrappy. If you were to come up to 0.026 and see a move there, depending on how the market is looking, like, I don't think I'd be looking for longs to new highs right now. I could very easily see a bounce back up to 0.026, but then you might be looking at lower prices again. You've got this daily level, and you've got this one. You've got a couple of daily levels that haven't been tested. Like POC volume, do we look at volume? Has it lost the POC? No, it's holding it. It's holding it. But yeah, look, value area high. I think you could see a move up to 0.026. I think that's probably quite likely. At that point, I don't know if I still like it. So if you want a long up to 0.026, cool. But at that point, you might be looking for shorts again to go lower. That's a quick look at it. But I think you can rely on that move, but maybe not anything much more than that. I'm probably going to wrap this up. Alina, welcome. Old subscriber, still subscribed. Thank you for joining us. How are you doing? I haven't seen you here for a while. It's good to see you again. Ryan, hello, came from Teal Street. Oh, is our feed still on Teal Street? I need to speak to those guys again. Yeah, we've still got our feed on there, nice. So is that, cool. Yeah, I need to speak to good old Samwise and the guys over there, because I haven't spoken to them for a while. Are you still in TrueFi? No, I don't think so. What's TrueFi? Was I ever in TrueFi? I go through so much. Oh yeah. True. I don't know. I don't know. Let me check. I think I probably am. If this was one of the ones that I did buy, I think I probably still have it. True. I did sell some stuff. Yeah, I still have it. It's not very much. I still have some. Yeah. I got this because I like the look of the chart. I don't really know if I like the project, but we're up. Are you long BTC? I'm actually short BTC right now. I'm bullish. I'm still bullish, but I am short BTC right now. I will go long if we can drop down to like 37.2 to 37.400. But having just swept those lows and consolidating here, I don't know. But no, yeah, I am short at the moment. New subscriber, you can read my name as just Zoe. Nice to meet you all. Thank you. Welcome, Zoe. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, drop down. I'd like to see a move down here. I think this would be a real good area to try and pick up some corn for another move up. But it's end of the month. There's going to be some shenanigans. There's going to be some weirdness. Oh my god, there's a temptation to go long like legacy markets though. Right? Oh. This is just so look. If you're ICT, like trader, SMC type of thing, you're looking at this as being like break of structure. I called this like the trident. So you're coming back into some support. There's a key like contextual level here to go with this. You've got relatively low risk. What I don't like is the lack of acceptance above here. So you've just swept them. That could be, again, if we're using those kind of concepts, inducing long positions. And then we continue this trend down. You do so often see these sweeps and then you continue lower. So this is where order flow comes into it, because if you're pure ICT, you'd be long here, but then you've got to use order flow to give yourself a better idea of what's going on. Read the tape, read the DOM, understand what's going on here. Are the sellers still in control, or are they going to let off? If they do start to let off here, then I think it's a very good opportunity to go long. However, if they don't, then it's not. Okay, so it gives us another layer of information we could use. But I'm going to look at this. I am going to wrap this up now, because I am going to look at this because this is tempting to me. This is very tempting to me. So, yeah. But anyway, cool. Thank you, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. And yeah, I will see you all again very soon. I don't have a stream. I'm in the process of wrapping up. Don't ask me any more questions because I'll get distracted again. I do that. But I kind of explained the process of how I was looking at the order flow earlier on when I took that long position, okay? So if you want to just go over that, there's some content on the way. Don't worry. Don't worry. We've got some stuff. Yeah, thank you, everybody. I'll see you again very soon. December tomorrow. So there was some announcements coming up, and they're exciting. So cheers. Bye-bye.